What's up guys, welcome to my Berserk Item Find Barbarian Build Guide. Are you looking for a build that rakes in the riches? A build that is overall the best high rune farming machine on a budget? And you have come to the right place. This guide is broken up into different sections, but feel free to jump ahead at any time. Timestamps will be down below. Let's get right into it. So let's briefly go over the mechanics of the build. So it's pretty simple. We're going to come out, cast our battle orders real quick. Okay, so our main attack right here is going to be Berserk. Nice thing about Berserk is that it does magic damage, and you're rarely going to come across any enemies that have resistance to magic, so that won't be a problem for you. Secondly, we'll be using Find Item, which basically will get twice as many items, or close to that. You know, I have 73% chance on my flip, so we'll come out here, kill this enemy right here. We'll switch over to what we're going to Hork with. We'll Hork the body, okay, just like that. We'll use Item Find on him. Kill this guy, switch over, Hork the body. Okay, just like that. Super simple. So we'll briefly get into the skill points and leveling for the build. Over in the combat skills, we want to get 1 point into all three of these, and then we're coming down to Berserk, which is going to be our main damage output, and we'll go ahead and max that out, 20 points. Combat masteries, now I went with the sword, so max the sword mastery, use whatever mastery that pertains to your weapon, max that out, 1 point into increased stamina, speed, iron skin, and natural resistances. Over here into war cries now, obviously, you know, item find is a big deal. We want to max find potion, and we get 1 point into find item, and then more points after that depending on what level we are and everything else. Now mine's only level 9. With all my gear on, I have 73% chance of finding an item. The reason you max find potion first, because you get 1% chance for each point into this, as you can see right down there at the bottom. So this is actually more powerful per point than find item. Over here to the other ones, you know, get one up here into howl, shout, down to battle orders and command, battle command, and right here you want to max out battle orders because that is a synergy, as you can see, for Berserk. You could also put more points into howl, however you want to do it. I only have one into there for now. Whatever points you're left over with, you can either put into find item or more into howl for more damage overall for your Berserk. It's going to be up to you, but what I have right here seems to be a pretty good setup at level 88. If I were to add more points right now, it'd probably be into howl for more damage. For leveling the build, I'd say get down into battle orders as quickly as you can. You obviously want more life from your battle orders. Get one into battle command, whatever weapon you're using, throw points into that mastery. And just choose something over here, you know, stun, concentrate, bash. Choose something to level up with. You know, you could even go down to whirlwind when you hit level 30. Just all depends. You know, you could be a throw barb for a little while and respec later on. All up to you. So just level with as much damage as you possibly can. For our stat point distribution, it's actually really simple. Basically, we want to just put in enough strength and enough dexterity to get our gear on. So like we have brief phase blade right here. It takes 136 dexterity. Exactly what we have. I'm wearing Enigma right here with this, so we didn't add any strength points, but if you weren't wearing Enigma, you might have to add some, and then afterwards just dump everything else you have into Vitality. So let's go ahead and cover gearing options for the build. Now I'm wearing pretty much in-game gear. I'm gonna go over some budget options for you guys also. This is what I'm wearing right here, as you can see. Okay, so starting off right here with the Grief Phase Blade. This will be definitely the weapon that you want for in-game. The highest damage output by far. Some options for, you know, a weapon would be like Azarath Phase Blade. Head Striker is pretty good. A ton of rune words for melee weapons. You know, swords, you name it. So pretty much for your weapon, you want to get something with the highest damage output. You know, into the helmet. I wear Shaco, you know, it's life, mana, damage reduce, magic find, really good option. Shaco's a good option for, you know, a lot of different builds, but you don't have money for a Shaco or you can't get one yet, you know, there's some different options. Lore Helm, Peasant Crown, Talrashas, Mortal Kings. Mortal Kings is definitely good. It gives you magic find, gold find. You can put a couple of P topazes in there. Ariat's Face, good also. We'll come over into the amulet. Now, right here you can see I have 2 skills with strength and resistances. You could put Mara's there. High Lords is really good for attack speed, deadly strike, skills. You know, basically get whatever you can in the amulet slot. Over here now, I have a shield, I have Rime. One thing with this build is you definitely want to have cannot be frozen. Like, that's kind of a need be with any melee build, really. Now, you can get that here. You could put a sham in your, or I'm sorry, a cham in your Shaco. You can get like Train Belt, which has cannot be frozen, but I went with Rime. Gives more resistances, can't be frozen, magic find, gold find, really good option. Also, right here in the second slot, you could put like a 6-isted phase blade for a ton of magic find. Some people do that. I just went with this option though. Down here to the boots, I'm using War Travelers. I mean, these are really good overall. Give you stats, damage, faster run walk, and a ton of magic find. You know, here's some different options. Gore Riders, Sandstorm Treks, Immortal Kings. You know, when it comes to the Immortal Kings, if you get a few different pieces on, you get more bonuses. Natalia's Soul Mesh, Alders for a ton of fire resistance and run walk and life. Really good options. Let's see, now into the armor. In the end game, you definitely want to get Enigma. You want to be able to teleport all around. You know, you get a lot of strength, magic find, the works. You know, Enigma is going to be your end game for sure. Can't afford that though. You know, put on whatever you can. Like, you know, here's Immortal Kings. Scolders is good. You know, you get plus to skills, magic find. Skin of the Viper Magi. All resistances, cast, skills. You know, there's a lot of different options. So basically get what you can in your armor option. For rings, now I'm running a 30% Nagel and a Dwarf Star. I would definitely recommend at least one Dwarf Star. They give life, fire absorb, you know, gold find. Great option for rings. You could even run 2 of those if you wanted to. You know, you could run what I have here. You could put resistance rings on, FCR rings, you know, however you wanted to do it. Now, when it comes to the belt, you know, I went with gold wrap. Obviously, it's gold, magic find, attack speed. You get a ton of stuff from gold wrap. It's really good for the build. Excuse me. You know, some other options, you know, Crendium right here, a lot of good stats. Talrasha's good stats. Immortal Kings, good stats. You know, anything that you can get in your belt slot that you can afford, go ahead and put it there. But eventually, I would say to get a gold wrap. Now down to the charms, Hellfire Torch, and I also have an Annihilus. When you can get those, you definitely want to do that. Obviously, those give you stats that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else in your charm slots. Now for the small charms down here, I just recommend getting a lot of attack rating, damage, life. You know, get yourself a Geeds. Whatever you can get down here, whatever you need, resistances, those are all definitely good things. On the flip side over here, now I'm running 2 Heart of the Oaks. The reason that I run those is you get plus 3 skills on each one and cast rate, which helps you to item find quicker. Now as a budget option, you could use Wizard Spikes. You know, these definitely give you faster casts, a ton of resistances on each one. You know, a lot of people go with that route. I decided Heart of the Oak. I want those plus skills, which brings me up to 73% with my item find. So all up to you. As you can see, I'm not personally running a Mercenary. I mainly run Travincal with this build. Some of you guys will be running other areas like Chaos Sanctuary or the Pits, and if that's the case, I'd recommend a Mercenary with some kind of insight setup for mana regen. But I'll go ahead and leave that option open for you guys. If this video has been helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my channel for more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.